And this one should be a great matchup and a good start from Cudmore in Ontario to put it back court just in time before the line, and a big point for them to open this one up.
Great job there by Cudmore, able to get that one to settle down quickly before the back line. Team O off to a strong start here is Odige with the serve.
A reminder, semifinals. Ticket to the gold medal matchup on the line as Cudmore at the line trying to stop it. Odige can't get there from Ontario, so a big point for Alberta.
Vasilevsky with a good job there, able to just tap that one over lightly, get the fall. Just like that, we're all square.
So Lazel with the serve. That not going to be able to hit the mark for Lazel as Ontario gets it back and a big point.
Lazel just putting a little bit too much on that one. Hard to judge whenever the wind's coming back at you so strong.
Great point, and that wind certainly a factor. There you see it into the net. Just pulled it back a little bit for Cudmore and tied up once again. These semifinal games, so much skill involved. These teams putting in the work to get to where they are, and there's another big point for Ontario as they go back out front.
As we have Odige on the serve for Team Ontario. As, hold on now, looks like we're going to have a swap here. It looks like it's going to be a Team Alberta serve. Interesting.
So point going back to Alberta. A big serve from Vasilevsky. It's the spot as she heads to the net, trying for the big spike and a block attempt from Cudmore, but Odige able to get there, sends it back over. Alberta looking to respond at the net. Here's Vasilevsky. That's going to draw too far. Looked like it was in from my vantage point, but certainly I'm further away. My apologies. It's 3-3. This one back and forth as well early on.
Definitely is. Here's Odige now on the serve. Let's see what she can do. It's a great serve.
Great serve is right. Great precision right where she wanted it. Trying to send it back for Cudmore. Odige at the point, at the net, excuse me. Cudmore able to come over, put it down, and a big point for Ontario.
Great job there by Odige and Cudmore to work it back and forth, able to get that one up and over to take a 4-3 lead here as we have our first side change of this matchup.
What athleticism being on display here in the sport of beach volleyball. 4-3. Ontario with the serve. That wind a big factor as it's coming hard. Cudmore at the net, putting it down, and a big point for Ontario once again. 5-3.
Ontario now with a 2-point lead. Let's see if they can keep this up here against Team Alberta.
Great communication between both these players, players on both these teams. As the officials gonna have a little chat about the placement.
Yeah, interesting here. Coming down off the stand, we'll take a look as to where this one landed.
That's twice now. It looks like it's.
We'll wait and see what happens here when she gets back up to the stand. It'll be Team Alberta who keeps the point here, cutting the lead down to 1. That one just a little bit long from Odige.
Big serve, you talked about the wind and what a difference from serving on one side and the other with the wind versus against the wind. And we're gonna make a little serve switch as Lazel gonna head back and serve for Alberta.
Just gotta hold on here. We got a ball from the men's court leak in, so now that's away, and we're away too.
Odige puts it up at the net. Spike it down, she does, and what a point for Ontario. Trying to set the tone as they lead by 2, but a great effort from Alberta as well. Very close matchup, back and forth thus far.
Fantastic jump up there by Odige, perfectly timed, and able to make that one count.
Cudmore with the serve, able to keep it in play, and Alberta not able to get to it in time. So 7-4, 3-point lead for Ontario early on in this first set.
Yeah, let's see if Ontario can build off this now here. Doing a good job, up 3 here early on.
And Cudmore just not able to connect with that one. Little misstep, but again, that wind just blowing so hard. Certainly creating another level of difficulty for all 4 athletes.
Now on the mistake from Ontario, let's see if Alberta can answer back, and same thing, not able to connect with the serve, so Ontario will grab the ball back just like that.
Great patience on that play from Cudmore, anticipating it going long. And it was, so Ontario gonna serve again, and what a serve from Onaji. Big point for Ontario as they are increasing their lead now, 9-4. Excuse me, 9-5, so a 4-point lead.
Definitely are, as looks like we have a timeout call for Alberta. Ontario off to a great start, up by 4. They've been busy here so far. Cudmore and Onaji working great together. This one a scramble, and a good job by Cudmore, able to get it back, quickly trying to answer. This one popped up, Onaji saving the day, knocking it back over again. This is such a fantastic rally between these two teams, Robbie, as just missing on the return was Alberta. And then again, we see Cudmore hopping up, able to get that one over. Setting it again now, Onaji with a nice spike in. Team Ontario working well here thus far.
Great points back and forth. Certainly a big effort from both these teams. We know what's at stake, trip to the gold medal matchup. All the work that's gone into this preparation for these games over the last number of years, physical training, the sacrifices that were made, all the hard work, it all comes down to today. You know that every team that steps out for these semifinal games, they're so prepared, and the intensity is high as Ontario gonna start things off with a serve from Onaji. That's in the air. Alberta tries to get to the net, not able to return in time as Onaji from Ontario, but a big point for Alberta.
Strong play there by Paslowski. Looks like that timeout worked well for Team A. Let's see if Alberta can keep this going.
Paslowski with the serve. Sets it up for Onaji, trying to return it. She does over the head. Cudmore at the net. To stop the spike opportunity, and a big block from Cudmore. And a big point once again as Ontario able to get to double digits.
Such a strong factor from this team, Ontario, is that Onaji and Cudmore are both so strong around the net. Either one of them can spike it, either one of them can block it. It's a double threat here on Team O.
So 10-6. Score in favor of Ontario. He's up. Here's Lazelle at the net, trying to lay it over. Onaji trying to set up Cudmore. Great job at the net to block, and sent down by Lazelle. That one's gonna hit the mark, and a big point for Alberta. Back within 3.
Very strong answer from Team Alberta. That one able to just land on the line. As a great effort here. These two ladies representing Alberta.
The serve coming from Paslowski. That one gonna land wide, and an unforced point for Ontario. They return to their 4-point lead as we get to the midway point through this first set. What a battle, back and forth. Both teams knowing what's on the line. Onaji, a great serve. Great return from Alberta. At the net, that one trying to hit the spot, it does. And a big point once again for Ontario, but great effort from Sasha Paslowski from Alberta, trying to get there in time, makes the dive, makes contact, just not able to put it back up for Lazelle to set anything up. So there's a serve into the net for Ontario, one more for Alberta.
Yeah, that's such a difficult play there for Paslowski, as you mentioned, Robbie, but just not able to get that one up. Full dive. You can't blame her though. The effort was absolutely there.
Lazel for Alberta. Great serve. Ontario trying to put it down. That's going to land in and a big point once again. Ontario up to 13. They lead by 5 in this first set. And you talk about the focus and intensity that you expect in a semifinal matchup. This certainly delivering on all fronts, Luke.
Well, it certainly is, Robbie. What a great shot there from Team Ontario, able to get that one to land, but Alberta's found their stride here as of late. Take a look at Paslowski and Lazel doing a great job working together. How about that touch in tight towards the net, and then again, here comes the set, and able to knock that one just over Cudmore. It's been great watching these two teams go back and forth. Ontario with a little bit of a lead right now, but if Alberta can keep that up, then they will be a force to be reckoned with.
Certainly will. We saw them earlier on in the week. We had the broadcast on Monday. Alberta, dominating performance on that day. You know what this team is made of. And 5 points, not much of a lead in beach volleyball. It's certainly still anybody's set in this big game.
And as we mentioned last game, a big change here has been the weather. I mean, this event, it got canceled, and now it's back again. No spectators. Now we have spectators. Now the weather goes from 32 to 12, and it's a big adjustment here for these athletes to get used to.
It certainly is. The wind certainly a factor as well today. There's a great serve from Alberta. Ontario looking to return. Odyssey up, trying to land it, she does, and a big point now as they get to 14. Reminder, 3 sets. First 2 to 21. If needed a third set, we go to 15. So every point so important here in the sport of beach volleyball. He set up the net. Lazel tries to lay it down as Cudmore trying to dive for it. And that lands in as well. So Ontario trying to build momentum. Now up by 6.
Yeah, we keep that.
Yeah, great shot there by Team O's. Cudmore thought about going up for it, but saw that it was already on its way over, so let it be. And it just tips the line and heads out. So a great shot there by Odyssey. Now on the serve again.
Odyssey into the net. There's a big point for Alberta. They now hit double digits, 15-10, a 5-point lead for Ontario. That wind gusting even harder.
Well, as one of the volunteers told us, Robbie, wind's always a factor in St. John's.
That's a great point. You never know what you're going to get weather-wise in this beautiful part of the country. One thing you can expect is great hospitality. The volunteers certainly delivering, and a wonderful job by them to put on this world-class event so far in week 1 of the Canada Summer Games.
And another point for Team Ontario. Team's having trouble here with the serves, with the wind. It really is becoming something to be aware of here, as we'll see if Cudmore can battle through it.
So Cudmore, 6-point lead, race to 21. Puts it in play. Alberta looking to return. Great shot at the net. Is Odyssey able to block? Cudmore trying to put it over, setting up Odyssey, trying to get it down. She will, and a big point now. 17, just 4 away from 21.
Very strong there from Odyssey and Cudmore. Cudmore with a great set. Odyssey able to knock it over. Cudmore another opportunity on the serve here to make some damage.
Terrific hustle from Team Manitoba.
Trying to get there is Alberta. That one going to fall again. Just not able to get set up off a great serve from Ontario. So we're going to switch sides. Ontario will have the serve with the wind. We'll see if they can make the adjustment. They've done a great job of it so far this morning.
Yeah, they're used to powering the serve over the net now. Cudmore is going to have to hit this one light. Let's see what she can do here.
And there you see the wind, certainly a factor.
You know, she should have been tuned into the broadcast, Robbie.
Poslowski for Alberta. Great performance so far this morning. This young athlete wearing number 1 for Alberta, along with Ella Lazel. Great job, and there's another big point. Ontario trying to create momentum as they trail in this first set.
Yeah, Alberta doing such a good job here. Now it's time for Paslowski to step up. Let another serve go. Remember, into the wind here. Nice serve, though.
Onagy trying to set up Cudmore. Big point for both teams in Ontario. Going to be the first to get at 19. Just 2 away from taking this first set. Alberta looking to stop them in their tracks.
Great job by Cudmore. Able to bait that she's going to go down the line and then throws it right back to the middle. And Paslowski couldn't get there in time. She was coming over to help.
Nice serve by Onagy, making that adjustment. And the spike is Paslowski. That one put down on the line. Just going to be long. And we're going to check the ball print.
Yeah, we'll take a look here. Is the official coming down, I believe?
Great shot to the line for Team
Yeah, we'll take a look here. See what happened. A great look at it right in front of us.
We'll go back to serve. Looking to keep it going. We got a challenge on court 1.
So we'll see. Coach's challenge here on court 1 with the women's action, Alberta versus Ontario. Let's see the officials ruling.
What is Alberta's point? And every point being so important in this sport. You got to respect it. They wanted to make sure that the appropriate call was made, and it was. A great job by our officials here in great position.
Definitely so. The best officials in the nation here this week. And they've proved that. Some solid officiating all throughout here in beach volleyball.
So Cudmore able to pick that up off the serve from Lazelle. We'll try again. That's gonna miss wide. So 20 now for Ontario, just 1 away from taking this opening set.
We've seen a lot of misses from Team Alberta's side. Not necessarily them, but just whoever's on that side where the ball's heading off to the right. We've seen a few last game as well, so something to definitely think about here.
And there it is, into the net. Ontario putting the first set in the books, 21-14. Ontario certainly has to be happy with their start to this matchup so far on the Saturday morning.
Absolutely, Ontario really solid. Up by 7 with an opportunity to go into the second set with a strong mindset here from the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
We've heard it said, nobody comes here for the weather. And yet, every spring, here they are.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage here in beautiful Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador, just outside St. John's, the host venue for this exciting sport of beach volleyball, and a great display of it here this morning in this big game. And there's another example as Cudmore at the line, putting down a big point for Ontario to take the first point of this second set.
That's what Ontario needs right now to get that first point, get off on the right foot. Trying to get this one over in 2 sets. You want to conserve your energy as you go and potentially battle for gold here.
Yeah, trip to that gold medal matchup on the line indeed, Luke.
And not to say that they're going to take it in 2 sets either. Alberta's been fantastic here today, and we saw it last game where Saskatchewan won the first set and then Quebec won the next 2. We'll see if Alberta has that in their back pocket as well.
There's a big point from Cudmore, able to put it down again, and Ontario back out in the lead. A great effort from Alberta, trying to get to the net for the block. Just too powerful was Cudmore. Wind certainly picking up once again here in Paradise. Cudmore trying to set it up as Audie getting there, and a great defense from Puslowski of Alberta. Trying to put it back down, kept in the air from Ontario. At the net, tries to put it over, and a great precision from number 1 in red. And that's another big point for Ontario as they increase their lead in the second set.
And how about that set by Cudmore as well, diving to get it, and she lays it in perfect position for Audie to lunge up, and she makes no mistake on that one.
Certainly doesn't. So Cudmore gonna serve into the win this time. You talked about a few serves attempts from that side going right. We're gonna keep an eye on that. As Audie tries to put it down. Great defense from Alberta and Puslowski. Picked up once again for Audie. That one in the dirt, trying to keep it up, and a great effort from Alberta, but not able to return it. And Ontario taking a point. They're to 4 now.
That was quite the rally, Robbie. The best one that we've seen of the day. Back and forth action throughout. As we have a timeout call for Team Alberta here in our women's semifinal 2 matchup. Ontario getting off on the right foot here from the 2025 Canada Summer Games, up 4-1 in the second set, but they have been fantastic together. Look at that spike from Cudmore to kick off the set. And then again, the set up, and Audie, excuse me, with one as well. And then this was the really strong rally. Look at the diving set, and then Audie able to get that one up and over. And then another dive here by Team Alberta. Great job to get it back, but Audie sets it. Cudmore right back for Audie, taps it over. Another diving effort, but can't get it over the net at the last moment, as Ontario doing a great job here, up by a score of 4-1 in our second set.
Certainly great effort on both sides. Both teams dialed in. Big pressure game. Semifinals looking to book their ticket to the gold medal matchup. And what a display of athleticism so far we've seen. You got to expect that to continue.
These teams both so competitive as they're working for their battle on the way back. Alberta trying to get right back into this one.
And a great effort from Lazelle trying to get there in time. Diving in a bounce, not able to get under it in time. So 5-1. Ontario leading this second set.
Dominating start here for Team Ontario. Let's see if they can keep it up here down the stretch.
Okay.
Cudmore with the serve, great precision. Alberta trying to return it at the net, and great athleticism, but a big point from Alberta, as it was Puslowski picked her spot, sent it straight down. Hits her mark, and 5-2 now.
Very strong answer back by Puslowski and Lazelle. For Team Berta, able to get a big point back. Now only down by 3, Robbie, an opportunity to serve. Let's see how this works out. As we're gonna have a bit of a break here, or scorekeeper's area. Get the score straight. Now looks like we are back and ready to go underway here in beach volleyball action.
A little switch on the serve. Puslowski back to the line. Not able to connect. So 6-2. Ontario picking it up with the serve, and they're with the win. Great crowd on hand taking this one in. Been wonderful community support for this entire event all week. Audie tries to get there. Cudmore setting it back over, and what a play from Ontario at the net as Puslowski sends it down in time. She does. So 6-3, and both teams certainly turning up the intensity here as this second set continues.
Team Alberta starting to gain some momentum here, back-to-back points, but they've had to work for both of them here. Lazelle back on the serve. Let's see what she can do.
Into the win is Alberta with the serve. Sent in at the net. Audigy. That one not going to land in time, so another big point for Alberta. Now within 2.
Alberta really turning the tide here, Robbie. Ontario coming out to a 5-1 lead. Alberta's cut it down to 2 as we're currently at 6-4 in favor of Team O.
Ontario picking up the serve. Cudmore putting it back over. Trying to keep it high is Alberta at the net, spiking it down. Great defense from Audigy. Cudmore trying to get back over. And a great jump. So what a phase of momentum for Team Alberta. Back within 1. They trail in the match 1-0, but here getting back just behind by 1 point in this second set. 6-5, Ontario out front. You got to be happy going to the bench right now if you're Alberta.
Oh, you definitely do. Right now, you have the momentum. 3 points in a row here for Team Alberta, trying to keep on this heater that they are currently at. A great effort here by Lazell and Paslowski. They've been fantastic today, haven't they, Robbie?
They certainly have. Just gaining, giving themselves opportunities all the time, and here's some looks. Great effort.
Back and forth really throughout. Ontario, great job to get it back, but it was Alberta who won that point again. Big spike Audigy with the return. How about the effort from Cudmore on that one there? But just couldn't get there in time. And it looks like we are all set and ready to go.
Ontario in red and black. Alberta in white and black. Big points on the line. Alberta with a recent burst of momentum. Ontario with that 1 point lead in this second set and 1-0 in the match.
Good set there. Ready for the spike. Oh, nice play there. Right down the middle. Confused Paslowski and Lazell. They didn't know who should go for it. And no one did, so it's an Ontario point.
Teasing the spike. Just touches it over. Great precision from this Ontario duo as they'll serve. Good job at the net, trying to put it away and able to. Great power from Paslowski. Picking her spot, great speed and making that count.
Very nice, and Audigy read it too. She dropped down to her knees, just couldn't get the angle on the return. A good read by her. But at the end of the day, it was Alberta with the point on a great effort.
Putting that up is Audigy heading to the net, picking her spot. That's going to be too long. So tied up here in this second set. And we're going to challenge once again.
Yeah, they're going to challenge this one. We had a great view of it, Robbie. I think that ball was out.
I tend to agree, certainly close. And in a battle like this, at knowing what the stakes are, you got to confirm every point.
That was a relatively quick challenge. Expect this ruling to stay the same. Add another point for Alberta. As we'll swap sides before the official even makes their decision, so that's a pretty... Oh, now we're going to come back again here. Then she'll make her ruling. Then we will switch. Players jumping the gun here. There we go. And now we can switch over again. So a bit of a miscommunication there. Ontario realizing that maybe not the best of challenges, but either way. Back again for Alberta on the serve will be Paslowski.
So 7-7, Alberta serving. Put in the air, Audigy sets up Cudmore. And to put it back, she does with power. And a big point for Alberta as they get the lead back, 8-7.
Yeah, Ontario with the lead. Doing a good job here, 8-7 for Team O. Alberta, 1 point back.
Audigy puts it up, Alberta trying to return, caught up in the net. So lead by 2 now in the second set for Ontario.
This is good now, Team Ontario for them. Trying to build it up.
Great serve from Ontario. Spike opportunity and good second effort from Cudmore. Keeps it going and a big point once again as Audigy picks her spot. Ontario now double digits.
Good heads-up play there by Audigy to realize that maybe it wasn't the best idea to use all 3 hits that Team Ontario has there. She rushes it, gets it over in 2, and surprises Alberta.
It certainly does. Here's a good look. That one skyballed in the air, not going to make it over. Even with the wind, you thought that probably would have helped it. Certainly some high gusts right now.
Absolutely, Robbie. I thought that one was labeled for just inside the Ontario half, but not this time.
11-7, Ontario serving. Trying to put it high. Great spike attempt, that one just too long as Ontario letting it go, and another big point.
And now up by 5 is Team Ontario looking to continue this big lead that they have.
12-7.
Try to really make themselves a nice cushion here.
And serving. Audigy not going to be able to get that one to drop. 12-8. Big point for Alberta, now within 4.
The answer, the fine serve.
Now we're going to have a Team Alberta serve. Is stepping up to grab this one is Lazel. See what she can do with it.
So here we go. Great defense from Ontario. Cudmore heads to the net, puts it down for another big point. Back out front by 5 is Ontario.
Very nice job there by Cudmore, able to jump up, make that one count. As 13-8 is the score. Both teams still battling here. Alberta very much still in it, but as of late, Ontario very, very strong here in our second set. Let's take a look and see what they've been up to here in set number 2. That was a good set by Audigy. Cudmore jumping up, able to knock that one into an uncomfortable area. And Team Alberta can't knock that one. And then again, a nice set here by Cudmore. This is whenever Audigy takes that second hit and sends it over. And then again now, Cudmore most recently, perfectly placed. That's a big point. Able to extend Ontario's lead up to 5.
So getting midway through this second set. Very, very important points coming up for both teams.
This is where we've seen teams throughout the week kind of take charge here, Robbie. One or the other. Someone steps up and usually adds a few more points in. Let's see if it's Alberta. Let's see if it's Ontario. Only time will tell here. From Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador.
So here's Cudmore with the serve for Ontario. Great serve on point as Alberta rushes the net, tries to put it down, block attempt from Cudmore. Sends it back over and great defense from Ontario. Ball still alive for Alberta, trying to put it over. Audigy can't get there in time, and a great point for Alberta as Lazel at the net saw an opening in the back right corner and puts it there within 4 now.
That's a really strong start there. Looking to maintain this control as Team Alberta try to fight their way back, only down by 4. Could change in a few seconds though as they continue to chip away.
Cudmore not able to get the altitude she was looking for. So 13-10.
It's a great point, just trying to get that one up and over, couldn't make it. As Alberta continually now on the serving, it's Paslowski.
These 4 teams trying to book their ticket to the big dance coming up later on today. That one a fall in time, and it's going to be on Ontario point, and a big one.
Very big point. Back up by 4 is Team Ontario. They're 7 points away here from walking away with this one.
Audigy for Ontario. Not in play. Great defense from Alberta. At the net, trying to put it down is Paslowski, and a great display of power at the net, resulting in a huge point once again for Alberta, now within 3.
Alberta definitely within striking distance here, just trying to tie this one up and then take it from there. Let's see this serve here from Lazel.
That one going to be too far wide. And Big point for Ontario. They hit 15.
Yeah, good eye there by Cudmore. Letting that one take its own way out here.
So Cudmore with the serve, with the wind. Touching it over, that one gonna miss wide. So a big point back for Alberta, 15-12. 1-0 in the match, Ontario leading. Semifinal Saturday morning. You're in beach volleyball. Onaji puts it up for Cudmore. A nice touch at the net. That's going to fall in on a big point. 16-12 in Ontario's favor at the moment.
Great individual effort there by Cudmore. That ball just settling down before the line right in front of our corner official. A good job by number 2 in red and black.
So a big serve for Ontario. 5 points away from finishing the job and getting to that gold medal matchup, and there's one more.
4 points away is Team Ontario, as they want the matchup against Team Quebec in our gold medal game.
So Odaji with the serve for Ontario. Great serve, that's going to hit the mark right between Boslowski and Lazelle of Alberta. And a big point once again.
Fantastic serve there by Odaji. Picks her spot. Let's see if she can do it back-to-back times.
Great serve and picked up by Alberta. Trying to put it down at the net. Kept up, great effort from Cudmore. Great quickness and agility to get a hand on it. But a big point for Alberta. Now leading by 5, but Ontario getting closer and closer to 21. Can Alberta battle back?
Alberta only down by 5 right now. Still very much in this one, but they have got to come out at it fast, as Ontario only 3 points away.
Odaji can't get there in time. And to talk about effort, how about the precision from Alberta? Great serve, hitting the mark. Nice speed with the wind too, adding a degree of difficulty. We'll try again.
Wind gusting so hard here today.
Gets it up. Odaji at the net. That one gonna be long, so another big point for Alberta. 18-15.
Ontario 3 points away from winning it, but Alberta 3 points away from Ontario. Let's see if they can keep this swing in their favor.
Every point so important from here on out. Alberta with the serve, trailing by 3 in this second set, and 1-0 in the matchup. Cudmore. That's it up at the net. A big point for Ontario. They'll get it to drop, and they hit 19.
That is perfect stuff there from Timo. Cudmore on the serve now. 2 points to win it.
Big serve from Ontario, putting it in play. Alberta, great job to set it back, and what a return for Odaji at the net. Trying to drop it over. They'll get it to go. And no, you're going to call an infraction at the net. And it's an Ontario point.
Team Alberta coaching staff players frustrated with that one.
Going to keep an eye on it. Alberta certainly not pleased with the decision. Nonetheless, match point coming up for Ontario, and they serve.
So Ontario with the match point. Alberta now 5 behind. Cudmore on the serve. Let's see what can happen here.
So here we go. Ontario, 1 point away. Great serve from Cudmore. Lazelle setting up Boslowski at the net. Great shot by Alberta, and what a way to bounce back.
Little way to bounce back is right, Robbie, especially after that call, which they thought did not go their way.
A great display of focus from Alberta after that little mishap, not letting it throw them off, keeping themselves in striking distance. That serve gonna go long, and that will do it. Ontario booking their ticket to the gold medal matchup later on, where they will see Quebec, who were just victorious over Saskatchewan in the first semifinal. But what an effort from both teams here today.
You're absolutely right, Robbie. Great effort here from Alberta and from Team Ontario. Ontario will face off against Quebec in our gold medal matchup. Alberta will face off against Team Saskatchewan for bronze later on today. As great back and forth action. Ontario, Alberta, back and forth. This one up and over by Alberta, but Ontario answering back. Cudmore sending it back over. This was a great rally back and forth as Alberta just hitting that one a little bit too long. As Ontario still, just a great effort here by these two ladies, and by Alberta as well, we should mention. They were both fantastic out there today.
Oh, they certainly were, and both teams going to be ready to go. And a reminder, we will have the coverage later on. We're going to see some placement games throughout the afternoon with a little break in between. But after that, the hardware will be coming out, medals on the line. It'll be Saskatchewan, Alberta for bronze, Ontario, Quebec for gold. Right here in beach volleyball. Some more look at the action. So with that said, we're going to step out. Reminder to tune in later on throughout the day. We're live from Paradise Park, just outside beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. For Luke Much, I'm Robbie Doherty. We'll see you later on for more beach volleyball action from the Canada Summer Games.
The United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners Local 579 is proud to welcome the Canada Games to our home this summer. UBC Local 579, building great things in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.